I hope you guys had an amazing day. My day was quite interesting, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit. So there's probably two main things that happened today. The first thing was I got very angry today, or very upset. I was very emotional. And what happened wasn't that big of a deal when you think about it now, but at the moment, like, I was really pissed. Essentially what happened was, in one of my classes, we have group work, and it was our first assignment that we started working on together. And there was certain things to follow, like certain procedures and rules to follow, and there was a template for certain things and how they should be done exactly. And I did that. I followed it exactly, and it shouldn't be touched after that. You just focus on the actual questions and answering your part. And there's this one girl, and I know she didn't mean it in a negative way or anything like that, but she changed it to make it prettier and everything, and she messed it up. First of all, I don't know how it even happened, but she literally misspelled my name. Like, all the names were correctly spelled, and she added an H to my name. We also had to provide like our student ID. She mixed them up with someone else. She misspelled someone else's name as well. Like, I don't know how that happens. She changed the format because for the names, they're supposed to be listed alphabetically from last names, and now they weren't. They just looked differently. It looked nicer, don't get me wrong, but it was just wrong. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, why are you even bothering with this? Like, you finished your part already. Just go and do something else with your time. Like, you got so much better things to do than this, right? So when that happened, I tried to change it, and then I messed it up. And I was just so mad at the moment. I don't know why, but it just really pissed me off. And like, I think I had, a valid reason to be upset, but I shouldn't be upset, or like, not upset, but I shouldn't be like letting this get it to me. You know what I'm trying to say? The second thing that happened that's quite fascinating is one of my friends cut me off. And I think I mentioned this in one of my previous videos. It was this one girl, and she basically reached out and she said that she feels like this friendship isn't, I forgot what the word was, but basically what happens is she reaches out to me a lot, which is very nice of her, and I always respond and I always keep the conversation going and everything, and we have good conversations. But the thing is, if anyone knows me personally in my life, I don't message that much. I try to stay off social media. I try to just focus on school and the things that matter in life, not just being on my phone, chronically. And the thing with her is she texts me a lot, and I always respond. Every single day I respond. But the only thing that happens is, if the conversation ends, she'll reach out the next day or the day after, and she'll just continue this every day. And you know what I'm trying to say? And she was basically complaining that I'm never the one to reach out. And the thing is, prior to this, when our friendship was pretty good as well, she'd text me something and I'd talk to her, and then we'd finish the conversation, and then I'd reach out to her maybe a week later, maybe 2 weeks later, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. But I'd reach out, I'd text her about something, and we'd have the conversation. So that was normal to me. I enjoyed that. That's how most of my friendships go. I'm not texting most of my friends every single day or every single week. I text them sometimes, and I usually just hang out with them every once in a while. But she would always text me, and then she's upset that I'm not reaching out to her when she doesn't even give me a chance to reach out to her. You know what I'm trying to say? And, leave me your opinions down below, what you think. Maybe I'm in the wrong, maybe she's in the right. Either way, I'm not necessarily too upset about it, because as I've mentioned in a previous video, she hit 3 strikes. I don't know which video I talked about it, but she basically, I think this might be the 5th time, but she basically at this point has already like 4 strikes, which basically meant that I was gonna cut her off anyway, or I was just not going to mentally be there with her. So honestly, I could not care less. I'm gonna be honest. I could not care less, because she was getting annoying, and she always made a big deal about the smallest things. I remember one time we were texting about something, and she mentioned something about a pretty deep topic that I just didn't want to respond to because it was not the place to, and it was something that I wasn't too familiar with, and she was upset that I disregarded it. And I told her I don't know much about it, and it wasn't my place to judge or say anything. And she, you know, understood my point of view, but she still got upset to begin with. So nothing against her, great human being, I wish her the best, but I'm glad she cut me off. So yeah, that's all for today's video. Hope you guys had an amazing day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace, peace.